Hey, good evening. My name is Captain Takruri. I'm making a small video to go with my petition. The petition basically is aimed at a human rights violation. The violation, people's right to self-identify themselves in their own language and ideology. The most prominent infringement we see was with the European colonization of North and South America. The first example that we encounter, the people we're calling Native Americans. Native Americans never identified themselves as colored, redskin, or Indian. The ideology is foreign to these people. Christopher Columbus, once he landed in the Americas, thought he landed in Asia, and the people he encountered, he falsely labeled Indians. This is one of the many false labelings that will continue in the history of the Americas. Native Americans, like the majority of the world, never identified themselves as a color. Typically, when people self-identify themselves, the labeling represented something symbolic. Example, the Lakotas of North and South Dakota. When they called themselves Lakota, it represented loving, affectionate, and unified. Amazulu, meaning people of the sky, which coincides with the Zulu folklore. The Africans that came to America would have never identified themselves as niggers, colored, Negro, or blacks. For one, the people never spoke the language. Two, it wasn't an ideology for Africans to look at the different tones of skin of their own people. The term nigger, which is Latin, Negro, which is Spanish, and black, which is English, all have the same meaning, black, and those are all European languages. A point to be noted is that humans don't even come in black. Human skin tone comes from the darkest brown to a pink-white albino. Africans are the most diverse race on the planet. There's more diversity among the African people on the continent than all the races put together. Calling Africans one thing is a stereotype. Africans don't speak the same language, have the same culture, nor do we bear the same phenotype. When do people from the continent of Asia, that'd be Iraq, India, Iran, Malaysia, China, Japan, Korea, when do all these people become the yellow people? Terms like redskin, Indian, nigger, black, bushman, yellowman are all cultural raping tools. Africans, we want to replace the terms black and colored with from government, workplace, and school environments with the proper term African. The term African or Africa comes from two African languages, the Tamazat language, meaning sunny place, the Metanetir language, meaning birthplace or motherland. 80% of Africa lies on the equator. Africa is a sunny place. Africa is viewed by historians, anthropologists, and geneticists as being the homeland of all humans. So when we say we're Africans, symbolically it means people who come from a sunny place that is the birthplace of humans and civilizations. Terminology reflects ideology. I really want to enforce that. If you're labeling yourself something or calling yourself something, if it's not in your indigenous racial or ethnic language, then it's a false labeling. Another point to be clarified is when people say that we're African, that designates our race. African people are born all over the world. When somebody asks us what our nationality is, we can say Jamaican, American, Nigerian, Kenyan. Those are nations. When somebody asks us what our ethnic background is, we can say Igbo, Fulbi, or Fulani, Amara, Somali. Those are ethnic backgrounds. On the continent of Africa and the world, all Africa is not exactly the same. So when we say ethnic background like Igbo, it distinguishes us within our own population. If you guys have any questions, please give me a call. Actually, you can email me at kepri.nateru@gmail.com. Thank you.